Hey guys, so I said I'd do a hair and piercing FAQ video because that's what I get most questions about, so I thought I'd make it today. And I'm sorry it's taken so long to do, but I've been really busy. And yeah, if I sound weird in this video, it's because I'm really ill again. I got better and now, like 2 days ago, I just got really ill again. So, ignore my voice in this video. But yeah. So the first question is, how did you convince your parents to let you get so many piercings and stretch your ears? From the majority of my piercings, not gonna lie, I just did them anyway and went and got them. But I wouldn't recommend doing that because that'll piss your parents off a lot. And with stretching my ears, they did say I could, initially, I could only stretch them to a 10 because they wanted them to close up if I decided at some point I didn't want them, but I just kept on kind of just going bigger than that, and yeah, so they don't really care now because they're not going to shrink back really now anyway, so you know. But I'm not encouraging you to like go behind your parents' backs because it's not good and you're getting shit, so don't do it. Did your septum piercing hurt? No. Surprisingly enough, my septum piercing has been my least painful piercing. I've had it done 3 times, and all 3 times I've not felt it at all. But a lot of other people say it does hurt, so I don't know. How many piercings do you have? At the moment I have 16, but until a few weeks ago I had 17, but I've taken my smiley piercing out. I've got 5 in each ear, but I have one between this and my plug, but you can't see it because of my plug's cover up. I've got my snake bites, I've got my septum done, but I don't wear it at the moment. I've just got a straight bar through it. And I've got my nose pierced as well. I've got my cleavage piercing, which is this one right here, if you can see that. I don't know. And I've got my belly pierced as well, but my cleavage piercing's growing out now. I've had it for about 6 months, and yeah, it's going to come out soon, so, you know. These ones are all about stretching your ears and my plugs and stuff, so I just kind of put them all together, so I'm going to answer them all at once. How old were you when you started stretching your ears? Does it hurt to stretch your ears? How big are you going to stretch your ears, and how long does it take to get them the size they are? I started stretching my ears when I was 13. The first time I stretched my ears, it did hurt quite a bit because I went straight to a 4. This was my first stretcher. I still have it. That's what I started off at, if you can see it. I don't know. And so that did kind of hurt the first time I stretched it because it was kind of a big jump. But other than that, it doesn't really hurt, and once you get over like an 8, it doesn't hurt at all. Mine are both 20s at the moment, and I was planning on going about 22 or 24, but knowing me, I'll probably go bigger than that. And how long did it take? Well, as I said, I've had my ears stretched since I was 13, but when I was 13, I obviously didn't have them at 20, so I went to like about a 10 and kept them like that for ages, and then I just stretched them up gradually to whatever size I wanted. But I've randomly like stretched them and then shrunk them down to smaller sizes so many times. But yeah, so I don't know because I didn't go straight to the size. When did I start getting piercings, and what was my first piercing? I got my first ear piercings when I was about 6 or 7, but after that I didn't really start getting piercings until I was about 13, and I got like the top of my ear pierced, I got that one, and then after that I have been getting pierced ever since. But my first piercing that wasn't in my ears was my septum or my belly, I think. But the first one my parents knew about that I was actually allowed to get was my nose. This is kind of a joint one between piercings and hair, but it's how did I get away with dyeing my hair and getting piercings while I was at school. When I was at school, I was constantly in trouble for not abiding by the school uniform and all that, and they always used to make me take my plugs out and like take my piercings out or whatever, but after a while I think they kind of just got bored of trying to make me take my piercings out and stuff, and kind of just gave up. But I only had these ones on my ears and my nose and my septum done when I was at school. So I just flipped my septum up, and they didn't really care about nose piercings because they're not that bad, I guess, and most of the time my ears are covered up, so I guess that's how I kind of got away with it. And with hair, I didn't have like really unnatural colours when I was at school. I didn't really have many proper unnatural colours when I was actually in school. I kind of just dyed it unnatural colours when it was like school holidays and half terms and stuff. And but at school they kind of made me dye my hair if I dyed it too weird. Again, the first one for this one, which is the most frequently asked one, is how do I get my parents to let me dye my hair so much? At first, when I first started dyeing my hair, I just dyed in natural colours and I didn't do anything too weird with it or whatever, because I started dyeing it when I was 12, I think, and I just got highlights put in it. And then I dyed it brown and black and stuff, and then I just kept on increasingly make it more, and because it was gradual they didn't really mind. But I guess if you've just got natural hair and then you ask your parents like, oh, can I dye my hair pink, they're not going to let you straight away, because it's like a massive jump between like really natural hair and really unnatural. But because I kind of gradually started getting weirder hair, they didn't really mind too much. How do I keep my hair so healthy? I'm going to do a separate video on this to explain it more, but I basically just like deep condition it quite often. I use shampoo and conditioner for damaged hair, and when I straighten or curl my hair I use heat protection spray. What bleach do you use? I normally use this one called Bee Blonde. It's like bee, like the letter, and then blonde. You can just get it from Superdrug or whatever. Where do you get hair extensions? I know, if you haven't watched my videos before, I know I'm not wearing extensions now, but that's because I don't have any money and I can't afford to buy some new ones at the moment, because my ones I got at the moment are still red. What hair dye do I use for natural colours, and when it was like white blonde beforehand? I know it's not now, it's more of a natural blonde, but when it was like proper white, I used Live Colour XXL Absolute Platinum. That's only good if you've already got blonde hair, but if you've got dark hair, don't expect it to go white. And then I use Directions white toner on top of that most of the time to make it whiter. And when it's on natural colours, I mainly get asked about pink and blue. So the blue I use is Directions Lagoon Blue, and the pink I use is Directions Carnation Pink, but I use Directions for all my natural colours. What's your natural hair colour? My natural hair colour is blonde, but it hasn't been natural since I was like 12. It's probably just darker than my hair is now. And the last question is, how do I get our natural colours to last long? A trick I do is I put a bit of the hair dye I'm using in my conditioner for when I wash my hair, and it makes the colour last longer. Anyway, that's all the questions. I hope I answered most of the ones you wanted to know, and I hope it helped, so you wouldn't have to, you know, ask me so much. And I'm sorry I sound really bad because I'm ill, but yeah. I love you guys, I'm sorry it took me so long to put this up. So yeah, bye.